two different ways of doing this one. You could try to simplify this, because that's not a radical and simplest form. You can simplify this number on the inside, simplify this one. So let's do that. I noticed I could factor out a 4 from it, and then see this is still the same parentheses, because 4 times 2 would give us a square root of 8 again. And I factored out that 4 because I know what square root of 4 is. It's a nice even 2. So now that we've simplified a little further, we have 2 square roots of 2. We're taking away, there's just a 1 square root of 2 here. So that's going to give us 1 square root of 2. I'm not even going to bother writing the 1. You have 2 square roots of 2. You're adding a square root of 2 to it, so now you have 3 square roots of 2. Okay, so remember, when you're multiplying things together, there's no adding and subtracting or any other funny business going on. You can rearrange the numbers however you want. So I'm going to rearrange the numbers that we have listed here and multiply it like this. That way I have the square roots multiplying to each other. And as we've studied probably previous in your sections, if you have a square root, that's something to the 1/2 power. So you get 2 to the 1/2 times 2 to the 1/2. It can be shown that this is the same thing as doing 4 to the 1/2. Okay, so same thing, that's what's happening here. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 gives you square root of 4, and we know what that is. That's 2. So this is a grade school problem. 3 times 2 makes 6. Now you could have done the problem this way, or you could have done FOIL. What we're doing is we're multiplying this parentheses by its conjugate. And its conjugate is the same thing, just with a different sign in the middle term there, in front of the last term. This is a negative square root of 2, this is a positive square root of 2. So when you multiply by the conjugate, something cool happens. So let's use FOIL, is what it's typically called. I guess teachers are moving away from teaching FOIL, but let's multiply these two parentheses, which means we got to make this guy multiply to everything in the opposite parentheses. And note here that square root of 8 times square root of 2 makes square root of 16. Let's make this guy multiply to both, and I'm going to take that negative sign with me, so this is going to be a negative square root of 16 and a negative square root of 4, because 2 times 2 makes 4. Simplifying, that's going to be 8 plus 4, subtract subtract 2. That gives us, should be a lot simpler than I'm making. 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 minus 4 is 8, 8 minus 2 makes 6. So yeah, the same thing that we had down below.